Right, guys, weekly news. Kicking off with Newcastle bid for Sesko, but it's not enough. Newcastle dominate the papers this morning with Benjamin Sesko, their latest target. The Sun reports the Magpies are set to fail in their club record 70 million bid for the striker, but will return with an improved offer. And this is echoed by the Daily Telegraph, who add that Newcastle have been told to raise their offer for Benjamin Sesko after RB Leipzig knocked back their bid. And then BBC Sport also reports simultaneously, Manchester United are ready to match Newcastle's opening offer for RB Leipzig and Slovenia striker Benjamin Sesko. But why would you match the opening offer, Manchester United, when they got rejected for their opening offer by Newcastle? That's a bit stupid. Well, it's fitting for Manchester United. So what's your thoughts on that, Keezer?
Yeah. You know what? I'd actually
so dumb.
I'd actually feel sorry for Newcastle if I actually liked them. But because I don't. So I do think that Newcastle are going to get bent over a barrel here. It looks like Isak's going to go to Liverpool. He's made it clear he doesn't want to stay at Newcastle. Every man and his dog, Stevie Wonder, everyone can see it. Newcastle are light up top. If Isak goes, what are they going to do? Well, every club's going to bend them over a barrel. But what planet is Sesko going to be worth? What's he going to go for? 80 mil? I'm assuming RB Leipzig probably wants something like 80 plus mil, right? We picked up Gyökeres for 63 with add-ons included. We picked him up for 55 plus add-ons up to 63. Sesko, 70 mil bid rejected. Newcastle are just in such a tough spot. Now United have joined the race. They're going to end up shelling 80 odd million. Minimum for Benjamin Sesko, who I think could do a really good job up there. I think he's better off going to Newcastle than he is to Man United. I think the team will suit him better. I think he'll do really well in Newcastle, in my opinion. So that's my thoughts. But they're going to have to pay above and beyond. They're going to have to pay premium for him, unfortunately.
Bro, it's Benjamin Sesko. You're probably watching the podcast, yeah? I know you're contemplating, oh my God, which one do I go to? Do I go Manchester United or Newcastle? Why would you want to go Manchester United apart from a big paycheck? I mean, if that's what you're after, just go down to Saudi Arabia. I mean, you go into a broken team, whereas Newcastle are the complete opposite. They're probably the most balanced team in the Premier League, right? This is fact, right? Newcastle, St. James Park I think it's the biggest fortress in the Premier League, especially coming after last season. All the big teams do not even want to go there because they know there's a huge chance they're going to drop points or just lose. So Benjamin Sesko, yeah, who would you want to go to? A broken club like Manchester United that finished 17th, or an improving team, the most balanced team in the Premier League in the form of Newcastle? Okay, they might be the most complete, but the good thing is that's because their main striker, Isak, is leaving, and you are going to come in to replace him. You're going to be the main number 9, right? So which one do you want to go to? A broken club and get money? Or do you want to go to Newcastle, play in the Champions League, and you're going to slot straight in? And actually, you should be able to kick it off straight from the get-go. Think about it. Why are you even contemplating Manchester United, you dumbo? Yeah, what kind of people have you got around you? They should be telling you no. Oh, yes, but it's Manchester United. It's the heritage. And don't forget, they got money. Bro, you're going to experience a lot more lows than highs if you go to Manchester United. What's your thoughts about what I just said?
I agree with everything you said. Has he come out and said he wants United over Newcastle, though?
He's come out and said his representatives have come out. He's debating which one to go to. He has options. And that's the best thing for RB Leipzig, yeah? Because now,
exactly,
raise the prices, have a bit of a battle. They're loving it. It's not the best for the Premier League, but, they need a striker. Both teams need a good striker.
Yep. I agree with everything you said there. St. James's Park, horrible place to go. Also, he's a physical specimen, Sesko. I think he'll fit in Newcastle. It is the most horrible place to go because they're so physical. They're so well balanced, but they have a nasty midfield, and I mean that in a good way. They've got monsters at the back. They've got a settled goalkeeper. By the way, they've strengthened their goalkeeper ranks. I'm sure we'll cover it later, but Ramsdale going there. Honestly, I think Sesko would really fit in really well at Newcastle. He'll be the focal point up top, and he's a monster. He's just a monster among other monsters. So it's a no-brainer. You'd go to Newcastle, RB Leipzig doing the right thing, driving the money up. one of them's going to
Yeah.
end up overpaying. Fair play.
Fair play. Moving on, Al Hilal, they're ramping up the offers for Liverpool's Darwin Núñez after identifying him as their primary target this summer, according to the Mirror. Victor Osimhen, Benjamin Sesko, Isak have all been linked with the Saudi Arabian side, but no deals have materialised. Well, that's because Victor Osimhen is secured a deal to Galatasaray. Alexander Isak is about to secure a deal to go to Liverpool. So obviously the only thing that they have left over is Darwin Núñez. And Liverpool are open to Núñez leaving this summer. I mean, that's totally understandable why. Having also signed Hugo Ekitike to boost their forward options. Yeah, Nunes has no spot in there. I mean, he scored a couple of goals in the pre-season I've seen. But bro, the agent, what is it? What do they call him? These Liverpool fans, the agent of chaos. Don't make me laugh. You lot are jokers. Agent of chaos. Trash. Fucking trash. Liverpool, you're a bunch of clowns. I bet you, geezer, when he leaves, because before this, in Núñez, I don't mind. He's all right. He'll fit into our squad just perfect. Watch as soon as he leaves. Geezer. And start trashing the crap out of him.
Oh, you're being too kind. You saying that Darwin Núñez, I don't mind. Bro, if you didn't know football and you're an alien and you landed on planet Earth and spoke to Liverpool fans about Darwin Núñez, you would believe that this guy was better than the phenomenon himself, better than R9. That's how Liverpool fans go on about Darwin Núñez. That being said, Liverpool, the football club, do very good business. They would love to ship him off to Saudi. Why? Because Saudi will pay bigger bucks than anyone else for Darwin Núñez, most likely. They will be able to recoup a lot of that money because I can't see other clubs really. I mean, I could be wrong, Mark. There could be clubs in Italy. There could be clubs maybe somewhere else that might go, yeah, we'll
they ain't got money.
We'll lump in. Exactly. He's got to go Saudi.
They ain't got money.
And Liverpool fans, they'll low-key, they'll be happy to get rid of Darwin Núñez. And also that will go funding towards Isak, right? So they'll take that in a heartbeat. Yeah. No doubt at all. Good move for Liverpool.
Moving on. Yeah, moving on. Now, a bit more of a positive story, which is nice to hear. Spurs captain Heung-min Son remains in South Korea after their pre-season to complete his move to MLS side LAFC. Son featured in what's meant to be his final game for Tottenham, a 1-1 draw with Newcastle and a friendly in Seoul as a North London club rounded off their pre-season tour. It is understood that the South Korean international travelled to the airport to say goodbye to his teammates before the flight home. Tottenham are finalising a deal to sell Son to LAFC, and it's expected his move to MLS to be completed quickly. Thoughts on Heung-min Son leaving the Premier League for LAFC?
I'm Arsenal, you're Chelsea. It's in our DNA to not like Spurs, or that's putting it lightly. Heung-min Son, what a player. He's been brilliant for the Premier League.
Thank God you said that.
He's been brilliant for the Premier League.
Fucking wicked.
He has done a job and then some for Spurs. He stayed loyal to Spurs. He's carried the flag, or tried to, after Harry Kane left. I mean, yeah, it's an emotional farewell for Spurs fans, right? He's done a job, but it's it now for him. He can't do the job that he used to be able to do in the Premier League anymore. He's 32, 33 years old. Go off to enjoy your retirement in the US, live a good life over there. I don't think anyone can really complain about Son. You know, you can have your feelings about whatever, you know, when he comes up against your team and inevitably scores against them. He's been a class act, has he not? He's been absolutely brilliant for Tottenham. And
there's been a couple of seasons, Geezer, sorry to interrupt. There's been a couple of seasons, right, where he could have probably played for any of the biggest clubs in the world. There was one point, Bayern Munich, I think, that were looking at him a few years back. Bro, the speed, how clinical he was, his link up play with his teammates, especially Harry Kane, they had this real understanding together. And it's a shame, you know, that a player like that is wasted on a dead club like Tottenham Hotspur. Right, because someone of his quality could have gone to another club and won major trophies, just like Harry Kane did. He should have left a few years ago. But, you know, that's one of the good things about Heung-min Son. You know, he loves Tottenham Hotspur. He loves living in London. He wanted to be loyal. And, you know, even though we don't like Tottenham, I have to respect that. I mean, Son just seems like such a lovely guy. I mean, in Asia, he is considered a god, right? And rightfully so. I wish him the best, man. I do like Son. I don't like Tottenham, but I do like Son. He looks like a top guy.
Yeah.
Best of luck, Son.
He's top five. He's top five Spurs of all time, in my opinion. By the way, that's my.
I think you're going to have to do that.
My highest praise I can give him. Top five, might even burst into the top four. Fair play to him and farewell to him.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. It'd be sad to see him. Well, not really, but yeah, you know what I'm saying. And whilst the next story is also connected to Tottenham, who are keen on signing. Hear this, geezer. Hear this. Tottenham are keen on signing Real Madrid and Brazil winger Rodrigo to replace Son Heung-min, while Manchester United, that's fine. Tottenham interested in signing Real Madrid and Rodrigo as a replacement for the South Korean forward, according to AS Spain. Okay, before I chip in or pipe up, I'll let you take the reins on this. Lead. What's your thoughts?
Dreaming. Dreamland. These guys are absolute jokers. You think Levy's going to spend and get Rodrigo in? Mark, there's no chance. There's just no way they're going to be spending money to get Rodrigo in to replace Son. Son's going to leave a massive hole for them, but give it a rest. This is Tottenham. It's just not going to happen. There's no chance.
But they're in the Champions League. That's what they will say. The Tottenham fans will say, oh my God, we're in the Champions League. Of course you'd want to come.
Yeah, to get the geezer place for Real Madrid. Spurs aren't going to be shelling money to get... it goes the other way. It goes the other way with Tottenham, right? They'll sell Bell to Real Madrid and whatever else. They ain't going to be able to pick up Rodrigo. By the way, this is the team you're telling me that couldn't even get the Morgan Gibbs White deal done. They ended up looking like a laughingstock. The only reason not more has been made of it is because mainstream media love Tottenham Hotspur, the darling of mainstream media, so they won't have a bad word to say about them. But that was an absolute calamity, absolute dropping the ball moment. You wanted Morgan Gibbs White, you couldn't get him, so now you're going to try and get Rodrigo? Jog on.
What happens if he signed for them, though? In the slimmest possibility. That's so interesting. Yeah, I mean, it's a crazy story. And the way that is written by AS Spain, like he could potentially go. I'm just reading it here. Laughable. And it's like, it is laughable. And like you, I'm a little bit gobsmacked. Like when I put this in our notes, I was like, this is just so stupid. And we're going to have to talk about this. But how stupid will we look if Rodrigo actually does go ahead and sign for Tottenham? I mean, guys, let us know in the comments down below. Do you really think that this is a possibility that Rodrigo of Real Madrid can sign for a dead team like Tottenham, the worst team in London for sure? It's mad. It is crazy. Hopefully you do not ruin your whole career and your life, Rodrigo, by signing for Tottenham. Anyways, let us know in the comments down below. Moving on. PSG and Italian goalkeeper Gianluigi Donnarumma, 26, interested in joining Manchester United. I mean, that kind of says it all about Donnarumma, isn't it? I mean, if you seriously are interested in joining Man U, the people around you need to check you. What's your thoughts, geezer? Come on.
Believe what you read. He cannot in any form of this world be excited to join Man United. He's just, look, there's projects out there for players that have won pretty much everything in the game. They're coming off a treble. There's projects out there. You know, Newcastle is a project. Arsenal is a project, right? Whether you like it or not. You know, Chelsea is a project. Manchester United is not a project. Manchester United is a circus. And who is in charge of the circus? Doink the Clown Amorim. Donnarumma, do you want to go and join the circus? The answer is categorically no.
No, maybe, you know, Manchester United still have that heritage, isn't it? I mean, I guess that's their pulling power. Plus, they just throw money at new signings. I mean, that could be a reason for him that he may want to go. But, you know, you've just said it, isn't it? Like, there are so many worthy projects, football club projects that you can join. Actually, you can probably still get the same amount of money, geezer, right? And, you know, you get you're Donnarumma. As Neil said, like, you've won almost everything. Like, you are still a quality goalkeeper. He might not be the best signing for Chelsea because he doesn't play with his feet, but that doesn't mean that there's not going to be more suitable clubs than Manchester United. I mean, Giza, I don't know, man. Why? I don't know. Is it the Manchester United heritage? Is it the money? Let us know in the comments down below. And moving on, while that's connected, we're going to talk about Amorim, who has actually come out and said, I would like to manage Manchester United for 20 plus years. I want to be the next Alex Ferguson. Okay, right. Thoughts, Neil?
As I said, try and get past the next 20 games, bud. Don't worry about 20 years. Try and get past the next 20 games because you led Manchester United, the once great Manchester United, the most successful club in English history. You led them to 16th in the Premier League, not 16th. And you were the guy in charge. You came out and said this is the worst Man United team ever, and you are the clown that took them there. Absolute jokers. Don't worry about the next 20 years. Don't even worry about the next 20 days. Pal, just get past the next 20 hours because you need to get Sesko or someone through the door. Otherwise, what are you doing, you joker?
So you're a big Amorim fan then, yeah?
I quite like the guy.
Okay, fine. Guys, let us know in the comments down below. Covered quite a few major topics. Let us know your comments. Do you agree with anything that we said? I'm sure there's lots of you that will disagree. And let us know in the comments down below. We're going to reply to every single one of you guys. And if you want to see more of our content, click this video right here and boom, we'll see you lot there. Peace, guys.